Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Terry. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys and gals are all doing fantastic. This is a little cut down segment of a 2-hour stream I did of the brand new MMORPG Chrono Odyssey. Now, there is some debate on this game, whether it will be good or not, how long it might be around, or even if the developers can fix the bugs in current state of the beta. But let's just go ahead and just dive in here to my stream and let's see what I think of the game here, shall we? Playing a brand new game today. It's a game called Chrono Odyssey, and it is an up-and-coming MMORPG published by Cacao Games. And you know, there is some controversy around the game, especially for this being a beta, mainly for that it feels kind of half-baked right now. And we're all gonna see how well this game is here in a minute, but I'm gonna go and just pause my actual music here. Gonna go ahead and go to my live scene here, unmute the game itself, and let's see what this does here, okay? So for some perspective here, I had this game completely maxed out, not on the cinematic mode, because that graphic mode, in my opinion, is kind of broken. It doesn't do anything besides like turn the bloom and brightness up to max and say it's cinematic, you know what I mean? But whatever. I'm gonna go and just make a new character here because I want to show you guys the character creation screen. Now, apparently this game does not have gender or race lock classes, which is great. I love to see that. So we're gonna go ahead and just pick one here. What is this here? Oh, a sorcerer. Okay, I actually want to try out the sorcerer. So let's... Oh, deactivated and will be revealed at launch. Okay, never mind. Revealed at launch. Okay. What's this guy? Oh my god, dude, seriously. Okay, how about the gunner? Oh, ranger. Okay, so that's cool, I guess. Facial preset. Okay, so there isn't actually any kind of gender lock. They were just there to select your class. So that's kind of cool. Okay, I can appreciate that. Now, I'm gonna just pick a very basic standard character here, but you can basically go through here. Like, this is an Unreal Engine 5 game, so it essentially has that same kind of stereotypical, you can change anything you want to about your character for an Unreal Engine 5 game, you know what I mean? So let's just, would that be decorations? Yeah, hairstyle here, okay. Let's just go ahead and do this here, sure, why not? Oh, hey, Ranger. I swear to God, if that's a name you can do, I'm gonna laugh so hard. That's hilarious, but I love it so much. Oh, I love that. Okay, now what you're going to see here, folks, is that I had this game completely, again, all on high. And the game does look nice, but I think for how the game looks, it doesn't match how bad it runs, okay? But that's just me. And they've gone, like the CEO of the company, of the development team, has gone online on X to say that this build we are using for this particular beta test is from the beginning, or from the end of last year, so like December, early January this year. So it's actually, if you think about it that way, it is a very, very old build of this game, but their current in-house development build they've been working on since then, it's way more optimized, way more stable, all that jazz. They just said that they wanted to use an older build for this stress test, essentially, just to test out the core gameplay and to really, like, you know, push the servers, you know what I mean? So maybe that would mean that on the next beta test, the next round of testing, that it will actually be more current for the actual client version, you know what I mean? And my lord, I hope so, because you're about to see here in a minute, guys, okay? And if you keep a look at my frame rate up there at the very top left-hand corner, yeah, what is this game actually running on right now? Cinematic. Okay, so apparently it defaults to cinematic. That wasn't my bad. I don't know why it would do that. That is so dumb. Okay. Back up to a solid 55 or 60. You know what I mean? So let's just see what this here does, okay? Okay, you can change weapons with Q. Head to the ruins. Okay, well, let's go, guys. Let's go. It says cannot call a mount during combat. Okay, so apparently during this part of the game here, they give you a mount to... Okay, and honestly, the mount feels pretty good. The mount movement does feel pretty solid, not gonna lie. Again, I just think for how this game looks, like, yeah, I understand that it's an Unreal Engine 5 game. I totally understand that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, though, I've seen better looking games run way better. Like, yeah, I totally get that this is an MMO. I totally understand that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, though, it's like, I mean, think of Cyberpunk, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Like think of Cyberpunk here, you know what I mean? Like, Cyberpunk looks a million times better than this game, and in my opinion, I think it runs way better, you know what I mean? So there's that. And I'm not gonna lie, the combat feels floaty. I don't really care for the action combat, at least maybe like, maybe if I lowered my sensitivity. Settings, aha. Okay, is that better? Ooh, actually, you know what? That does feel a lot better. Okay. Now, for this part of the game here, it doesn't matter if you win or lose the fight. It truly doesn't. Like, this game was hyped up so much, you know what I mean? Like, it truly was a very, very, very hyped up game. And I know this is one of the first closed betas that, you know, they're allowing other people in besides content creators. And don't get me wrong, like, I do appreciate that. I truly, truly do appreciate that. But there's been a lot of D-writing for this game, apparently. And I really want to give it a good shot, but from what I saw on my main character, again, my warrior... Well, we'll see here, okay, guys? And you can double jump for parkour, like you can, like, you know, climb up on stuff, which, don't get me wrong, I think is a cool mechanic. I really wish, you know, more games did have verticality to them. I really do, you know what I mean? But, just from what I saw on my main character, this game has verticality just for the sake of having it. Like, there's no actual, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. But again, this game right now is turned on high, and I am not a fan of how much pop-in that I am seeing for a game that is on high. See that? You see that? You see, like, how much pop-in there is? Oh, that's bad. And you might be saying to yourself, so Terry, you know, the frame rate up in the left-hand corner there seems to be pretty good right now, you know, low 50s to solid 60. And yeah, that's okay for right now, but just wait until we get into the actual main, you know, player hub where everybody's at. The performance is absolutely abysmal. And again, you know, whenever the game is running, I think overall it does look pretty nice. But yeah, like this aliasing around your character that you see from, what's it called? It's from this here. It's from, yeah, TSR, so some temporal super resolution, whatever you want to call it. I am not a fan of it. I do not like it. I think it looks like shit. I really do. And DLSS with an NVIDIA graphics card or AMD FSR is a way better option in my opinion. Why they didn't implement that in this version or this build, I could not tell you, but you know, I'm not a developer, so. Okay guys, okay. This is a huge thing with this game right now, and there's like no obvious reason as to why it does this, but watch how the lighting changes as soon as you cross the threshold right up there by that little fence, okay? See what I mean? Look at this. What the heck? Dude, I really hope that nobody with like epilepsy plays this damn game, because they need to fix that ASAP. That they're currently using now for okay. So they definitely do have some optimizations to work on with this game, but holy crap, did you guys see that lighting effect? What in the world, dude? Brother. God, that is so that is so bad. Oh, that is so bad. Wow. Guys, I hate to say this, because I am very critical still, you know what I mean? I am going to be very critical of this game. But I actually think I like it. Guys, you know what? I think this is where I'm actually going to wrap up the gameplay portion of this stream. And we're going to just sit here and talk tech here for a minute here, okay, bud? So, as I alluded to at the end of my gameplay session there over on my Twitch channel, I do like the game. I do think it's fun, but do I also completely acknowledge the issues, especially the unoptimization of the overall game engine? Yes, it's definitely unoptimized. They really got to dot the T's and cross the I's, but I think at a foundational level, it is a pretty fun game, and I do plan on continue playing it throughout these beta tests and also whenever it is actually released. And you know, in my opinion, I think it's very stupid of a lot of people on this website because they are putting out videos talking about how trashy the game is, how nobody should play it, how it's dead on arrival. Like, they are reviewing this game in a beta state as if it is the final release of the game and it is releasing tomorrow. And that is what is being released out to the public for, hey, everybody can make an account and sign up right now. No, people have to remember what a beta is. They are there so players like us can help shape the game into what we know it can be by giving good, proper feedback to the developers and the team. But with that being said, though, again, I do recognize there are a lot of issues with this game, but again, I do enjoy it. But what do y'all think, folks? Sign up down below, and I'll catch you guys and gals later.